won.
How are you feeling about it?
I felt pretty good. They had a lot of really good things to say, so I'm hoping that it went well. I'm excited to see what my score was, but they said I used the prop just enough, and that's something I'm always afraid of people like overusing.
You're a secret.
My secret?
Contestant in this.
Oh yes, I am a secret.
How long have you known about?
So I found out last Sunday, so just about a little over a week ago. And I brought 3 dresses and 1 pair of heels up here from San Diego and only half of my makeup. So I've had to do a mad dash to get a lot of drag in a week. A lot of goodwill, a lot of borrowing, stealing, scraping. So the whole first outfit that I wore, that little pink number, I actually hand-stitched that. I think that I would have psyched myself out if I had given in to, what my weakness was in the challenge, and I just didn't answer it because I didn't even think about it. It went well, so I guess that's the trick every time. I know 1 or 2, there may have been some hints and people alluding to things, but I don't think anybody expects me to be here because they think that I'm going back, and I am going back home, but not until I'm done kicking all their asses first. But I'm excited about the fact that I don't know who else is here. I think that that's actually going to help me because I'm not going to psych myself out being like, oh my gosh, this person that I'm so intimidated by or that I respect so much is like competing against me, so I don't have that element of it. So last time I was judged was like after hours, and that was more like crowd and things like that. And we had a couple judges, but being judged by Taryn and Helen and these people that like I look up to so much, it's a little scary, but they had all of the good feedback to say, so now I'm just excited about it. I'm gonna stick further away from the camera next time. Sorry, guys.
So, 1, they look like hats, and 2, I could wear a tank top, versus this one kind of shows a little bit more skin, so it doesn't look so cohesive to wear a tank top, which I don't like, but I'm too raw to cut it. Yeah. Like, I paid $40 for this, but I don't know if I want to cut it. Does anybody know this round? I'm nervous. I'm doing 2 numbers that are completely out of my wheelhouse. So, okay. Safe. We're hoping for safe.
Tired, but overall good. I think I'm safe.
You think you're safe?
Yes. They told me not to look down in the second episode because when I was looking down, I was trying to channel emotion, but I tried to make sure that I maintained eye contact with the judges.
Did you watch Into the Draglands?
Yes.
One? And did you watch it recently or when it was first airing?
I watched it when it was first airing, but when I got cast, I rewatched it to maybe get a little ahead of the game to see what was going on, so maybe I knew what was going on. I think you're allowed to see more energy when you're in the room with people because like there's just something that exudes when you perform in front of people. If it's 1 person or 100 people, it doesn't, at least for me, it doesn't differ because I try to give as much energy as possible no matter who's in the room. But I think it would be extremely hard to be in a room with no people and trying to perform because you don't have anyone to feed off of. Even if you're standing there stoic, at least you have energy to feed off of, you know?
What do you drink all fired up? Blue, red, 65. Let's use. No, you're not. I am, baby. No, but I had 3 male songs to pick from, and the one. Did people do the same number?
Yeah, they did it last season.
Okay, good job.
Red lobster plate.
Are you doing the mix? Yeah. I'm doing y'all and that. I got them down over 2 minutes though. Because I was ready to be honest, I read that quick like I know. But what I wanted to do was a Maroon 5 mix, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So and it had to be on TV, so I was kind of like, yeah. So that's here, you're going to be blue for blue? What, Debbie? Are you going to be blue for blue? Yes. I borrowed this tattoo from a friend, and spacesuit from a blend and constructed it to yes. Yeah, my God. They told me yesterday, or Monday you were doing it, but I thought that was a joke. Because I figured Helen would be like, you know, when he was singing. Right. I love that.
I felt really good. The judges pretty much only had good things to say. They were a bit nervous about my titties popping out, but in the end, I think they really liked my titties popping out, so I did it on purpose. Episode 2 was kind of a perfect storm. We were waiting around for about 3 hours in full corset, full drag, full hair, and by the time we went on, it was 1 a.m., so me and Rose were beat. We never want to see that goddamn stage again. Fucking burn that shit. No more stages, no more stages. I think I made a good recovery. I think I made it another episode. I live to see another day. Before, I feel like I'm doing better than the first competition I did, which was Dragstar. Dragstar had a shaky beginning, and I redeemed myself towards the end. But I think that this competition is going to be a lot more of a solid row of numbers that I have made.
Yeah, I think I won this challenge. Okay, well, you know what that's going to do. Thank God I'm going first today, though.
You should.
Was it thank God going home first?
No, I'm going first today.
You're going home first?
I'm home first.
You're going home first today?
No.
Oh. She might actually get to go home first if she's done before all of us. This is true.
Last one in, first one out.
Oh, yeah, that works for you.
I think it's one point.
Bitch. Can you just leave it in there?
I'm so excited.
No, I tried to let someone there out. You're what?
I'm so excited for this fire whip challenge.
Oh,
I
same.
think my outfit's so cute. I'm so fucking excited.
I'm pumped for my outfit.
I'm
I
excited
have
for this.
cow print chaps with
What's your song?
Okay.
Me, my lover.
I wanna be my lover. The criteria really threw me off for that one because they want 90s raver.
What do you mean?
They're not gonna get raver.
I'm kind of giving raver. Cow print
Because
chaps.
Rosie was gonna be in a gown, and I was like,
But they did say that in the description of the episode.
the criteria says they want you in rave clothes.
Raver.
90s raver. Cupcake, James.
Oh, did you guys not read the criteria?
I did more
You
mix.
guys not read it? No?
I did more mix. More mix style?
You would be fine.
Yeah. I did.
I was sick through the 90s.
Girl.
There was not that much raver gear to some of this music.
Yeah, no, a lot of music really isn't raver. Mine's the
I was
horn
working and finished my 2 gowns.
Yes, I thought that it went exactly how I wanted it to. Obviously, I was a little eager to fix myself up and whatnot, and too eager to get going. So I apologize for my lack of. I thought that it translated well with the judges. It had the right kind of humor that I wanted, and they understood it. They got it. And so I was really, really relieved that it all just went over good. I think that I tried to be more in my tried to make my looks and my the way I move a little bit cleaner when I performed in between. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to perform more. I'm ready to get the rest of these episodes through, and I'm ready to give it my all because I'm I feel like more often than not, I'm one of the underestimated queens, as are a lot of my sisters from Thieves of Paradise. They don't always get paid as much money, so I'm here to show people that don't forget about me.
Roselia, Claire, Shadybee, Yayah, me.
These mirrors are homophobic.
I still look like Trump.
Oh, you're a duct tape going out.
Yes, you did good.
I look like Trump.
Is that what your attention?
No, but
They look good.
I see it. I just saw it.
You're good. Yeah, there wasn't a bag in there yesterday.
Okay.
Or Monday, whatever.
It is hot as hell, y'all.
Does anyone have to go
Rosie, turn my fan around.
Girl, come get yourself. I'm busy. I'm
It's
out.
20 degrees in drag. It's just like I'm at a constant 90 degrees.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
I'm very good. She said, you look like that bitch from Resident Evil, but 6 feet tall instead of however tall she is.
Think about
One thing they said today is that, coming out of the gate, I have not dropped the ball. I've been, cream of the crop the first 3 episodes. And they just said, keep that momentum. Don't rest on your laurels. If that's what Mercury said. But that's not who I am. I'll bring it every episode. It's an interesting dynamic. The Sacramento drag scene is fairly tight-knit, so you cross paths with people quite often, and it's an interesting dynamic because when you're a seasoned performer, you are put in situations where you judge and you are judged. So I'm very used to being on both sides of the table. And I am in the competition with some performers that I have judged in the past for previous competitions that we shall not name. And I'm excited for them, I have seen exponential growth from a lot of these performers, because some of us have been doing this for 6 years, some of us have been doing it for 2, and probably even less. So it's just nice to see growth and, everyone really applying themselves in this competition, because from what I've seen so far, most people are bringing their A game.
Rosie's coming down.
No, she's not. That was quick.
You can hear her.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. My number was too long.
They said it was too long.
Yeah, well, it was 4 minutes and 35.
Cool. Nice.
I don't know. So I will say this for going first, give them dynamics. Don't give it to them all the way at the very beginning.
Pace yourself?
Like pace yourself. They still enjoyed it, they're just pace yourself.
Literally last time, I told her I gave her this whole speech about pacing herself for her numbers, and then I get told I need to pace myself after I go on. And I was like,
What
okay,
critiques
maybe I should get
what critiques did you get last time? You didn't tell us your critiques.
I didn't get anything bad. The only thing that they really said the last number was they said that I kind of started, and then I started really strong, and then it kind of just stayed really strong the whole time, and so Bijou was like,
or go down and just
exactly. Bijou was like, saw me trying to top myself, and I couldn't top what I did.
Yeah, that's why, I would give that advice to anybody too, I've seen so many performers who come out just guns blazing, and you lose momentum after through the number.
Exactly.
And, the other thing, and Becca and I were kind of having this conversation yesterday, it's a lot of queens think there's a specific way to perform to get the right attention from the crowd. And it's the first step to me is move your fucking mouth. Lip sync that song for your life.
isn't that?
And your jaw should be sore after a number. Bring the lip sync, know your words, connect to the song in some fashion. But so many queens come out and they're like, I'm gonna give you a little bit of this.
Oh my god.
Which is all fine and dandy. I love a good vote number, but vote to a vote number.
Right. Episodes in the books. Everything I predicted, it happened. I kind of knew what they were gonna say, and they did. And so there was nothing really I could change about that. We're asked to give what's in our wardrobe, and so I gave what was in my wardrobe. But the performance, they loved it, and they ate it up, and they got the concept that I was trying to give. So I feel like it's a performance-based competition, and I feel like I performed. I feel grown. I feel more, I wouldn't say I'm 100% polished. I know there's always room for growth. I would say I'm more polished than what I was the last time I did a competition out here. And I'm really excited because a lot of the judges are the same judges that judged me the last time I did a competition years ago. And so for them to be able to see me again and then give me good things from the last time and give me great critiques and tell me things that
look good about me, and so it feels really good for them to be able to see my growth and judge me on it. So they definitely said pay attention to the small details of things. And I feel as though that's something I can apply. I mean, I had 2 safety pins right here, and I could have easily hid them. They were so right about that. I agree. So let's really just fine tune those little tiny details about my outfits, and I feel like if I can get that down, then I'm good to go.
It's terrifying.
Girl, we signed up. You'll be able to get dressed that quickly, right?
Half an hour.
That's plenty of time.
That's pressure.
But it's like
change your
drag
entire
half an
skin
hour.
tone.
That's like really an hour.
I think
I'm second in this round too, so I need to know before you.
I think the last day is the only day I don't change faces every time. I've had to change faces and am going to have to change faces every time.
It's a lot of work, dude.
Yep.
I'm changing my face every episode.
I need to change my makeup from just the first challenge to the second challenge.
Shady had better pick a short song. Shady had better pick a short song.
Keep your energy up, girl.
My energy's up. I'm just like, I get so like antsy.
You just want to do it.
Just keep it to yourself.
I said don't fatigue it.
Oh, I thought you said keep it to yourself. I was like, damn. Okay. I'll put it on there.
50% physical as well. 20% physical, 8%
You have a leaf on your.
Girl, I've been trying to get her off.
I'm gonna put it in my somewhere away. Save that for later. I wish they would have like come up with a way to do like one queen performing while another queen does her confessional while another queen does her photo shoot.
I just wish we were able to defend ourselves at the end of the spot.
It sucks.
I like no way.
I wish the twist was that we would know.
I wish the twist was that we could fight for ourselves at least. It's like,
Yeah, because there's no like head to head.
it's just whatever they choose is for.
It went better than I thought it would. I wasn't worried about this episode, but again, I very much consider myself a look queen. However, they love the look 100%. The only thing is they wish they had a little bit more stuff I was getting there, but didn't quite get there. So, moving forward, if I'm able to move forward, definitely incorporate more stats. And yes, I'm a dancer a little bit. But they like that I knew my history behind it, the fact that the reason I was silhouette, makeup, the hair. So overall, I think I did decently well. It wasn't really, they didn't critique me day one on movement or anything. That still used the stage. However, I am still experimenting with makeup and figuring out things, tweaking things here and there. I think one of the things that Karen mentioned was my lashes. So I definitely tried to do something different today. They may translate the same, I don't know, what you guys look. I've done Drag Star, which that one was very different compared to this one. It wasn't quite so filming because that was very much live, audience-based. And that was really much where I kind of started getting myself into the look category, I think, with the angel wings, the colorful neon wings that I made. Sadly, got eliminated on that one. The other competition was the bullet at the Brave Bull, where I still think I was robbed. I did not deserve to go home because I looked pedestrian. But I think when I'm in a competition setting, it really pushes me to elevate myself and come up with crazy ideas. I work best under pressure, and I make 90% of my things. I made this, what I'm wearing today, first I made, this I made. So I'm very happy with competition because it pushes me to create more and be creative and bring different looks to the stage.
I like to compete, but at the same time, I think I like being able to perform on my own and have the audience live for me rather than judges. And so
I don't know. I feel like I thrive in competition settings. Like it just brings out the best in whatever I'm doing. And I wouldn't say I'm like necessarily competitive. Like I don't come into competitions like, oh, what are the other bitches doing? Because I think the biggest part of competition is like just standing by yourself, like as an artist completely.
and your choices.
Like, yeah, and just being very confident in your choices. If you come in and your technique is to like break everyone down or
See, I don't think that's playing a fair game either, though. I feel like you should be worried about yourself.
Well, there's no pride in it. You know, it's like when you can win something and say you won it being like truly authentic.
That feels way more rewarding.
Yeah. For some.
Oh.
Not all. I'm extremely competitive. And if I see a weakness, I go.
Give me an example.
Don't be showing your weaknesses. Like when we play Smash Bros. Girl, you keep putting that shield up, I'm gonna keep grabbing you.
Well, I love Smash.
I wish we had Smash Bros. It would be awesome.
Snatch game?
Oh, that'd been cute. Who would you have done?
I would've-
Mariah Carey. Because like a or Cardi B. Either Cardi B or
I would be.
I really thought there was gonna be like a celebrity impersonation.
I'd be remote singer.
It's too niche.
I'd be Rosa.
That would be perfect.
It's like a kid.
What else I was saying?
Oh, that's. Yeah, that's
And
the
also
one.
sincerity. To be completely
I
honest.
feel like 3 people out, I'm not gonna get that.
And that's okay. I love remote singer.
Who's that?
Huh?
Who's that?
Real Housewives of New York. If we had done like celebrity impersonation numbers, that would have been cool. Because I've got a killer board mix.
I don't think I could do a number for Rosa. That's doing too much. Rosa's a full look. I don't think I'd be feeling my fantasy looking like that.
Sometimes that's the most, like, when I feel the most fantasy is when I look fucking not in drag.
Really?
Just, like, hella goofy. Like, that's why I'm excited for my alternative number because I'm doing Samara from the Ring and it's like, fucked up makeup, no pantyhose, no shoes.
You don't really have to worry about being all nice.
Right.
Put
It's
together.
like, I'm literally gonna ask Alfie to take me outside so I can rub my dress in the dirt.
Oh, period.
Yeah.
Come on, commitment.
I think it's the first time you ever met me, right? That girl like watching the club.
You're not doing the number that you did on Halloween at FFS. Oh, is that the one? You're doing bitch. Oh, period. I remember I showed up to FFF and Yayah was like this on the ground, throwing her fucking dress in the dirt and just wiggling it around. I think you took your wig and like rolled it around in the dirt too, and then like, you just threw it right on your head.
We're not gonna say.
I didn't say this camera on me. Turn the camera off.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
That better be the edit.
I have something for you.
What?
Who's telling you? Whose own chair is that?
Which one?
Mine.
But you like my? I said I'm not talking about judging. I just said.
Go for it. I got that wig for $20.
That's all. That's from my boobs.
That one I bought for fake because I put off her car.
I feel great. The feedback was all positive feedback, and they really picked up all the nuances I was going for. My reveal worked out perfectly. I wouldn't have done it any differently, so I'm feeling great. So although this look is very simple, there's a lot of glue involved, a lot of taping involved, and I was just making sure that it was all going to stay on. Glue is like printers in the sense that when you're in fear and you're anxious, they know and they just choose not to work in your favor. So I just had to buckle down, get my nerves together, and we pulled it off, girl. The only feedback I keep getting is that I'm amazing, so I just keep taking that feedback forward and I just keep doing amazing. So for my next episodes, I think I'm gonna do amazing. I'm actually obsessed with this competition because, you know, before doing drag, or I guess like in conjunction with drag, I was doing theater and like also like a little bit of film, so I'm used to like what it's like to be on set, to really just have all this team of production assisting you to record essentially a 4-minute number. So that to me just makes me feel like I'm back in the groove of where I was before. And it's like combining the two things that I love to do, drag and film. So getting to do this kind of a competition is just really highlighting my strengths. Those girls want to use my mic, they can go ahead and use the mic, but they don't know who used it first, so.
Happy, confident. Yeah, brother, it's feel like more strong things. I work on my just like calm down my like face, like be like more like take like femme in my face because I'm like very muscular. So I try to get like more like mellow down, with my look. So I don't look like more masculine in drag. That's what I'm working on. This is my first time ever being recorded from judging, and actually this is my third experience performing because I'm new queen. I started this year February, but I feel like I'm growing very fast. So I don't like to call myself baby queen because I need to drop this from dictionary. Because I don't compare myself to baby queen because I feel like I'm growing very fast. That's why I said new queen. I'm really grateful for this experience.
They're like,
wasn't anything negative.
overall they enjoyed it. They're just like, bring it more. Like we feel like you're holding back and we don't want you to. Other than that, they're like, you did well.
I'm gonna have to sell the fuck out of this low theatrical person.
I will say this. They're gonna ask about your look.
No, they're not.
They'll ask
Like
your
about the
look.
construction of it?
No, not the construction. What they're gonna ask is pretty much like how much research you did into vintage and explain the era. Thankfully, I'm a history major, so I'm fine.
What does that mean, explain the era?
Well, explain like your references, like why this gown, why the hat, why the pearls.
It's the closest thing to 40s I got.
Because I typed in 40s dress on Amazon and this popped up.
I thought we were supposed to buy shit.
The little
Again. Don't worry, it's on Rose's account.
Amazon 6 months ago.
Yeah, pull the receipts. My name's not on them.
Right.
Oh my god. It's good. You guys are gonna have fun there. The judges are actually good today.
But I mean, they're actually good today. What about the first episode?
Wait.
The first
Give me this.
Huh.
Give me this. Did you shave
My head?
your pits?
No.
Did they reach you?
No. Because I didn't show him.
Oh,
No, but I did shave. I shaved
I
my
thought
head.
not up about.
Completely gone.
Oh my god!
Wow. But this time,
Completely.
your
I don't know if
lashes
I've ever
are-
seen Aria without a wig, so I don't know.
No, I had. Yeah, you did. You saw me yesterday. I had blue hair that was this long.
Why'd you shave it?
Oh, you'll see why.
For the number?
Yeah,
On the stage?
on the next one.
So I like it. Your lashes this time really perfect.
There's nothing you can
Away
absolutely
from your
say to
eyes.
me to get me to go bald headed for a number. I will figure it the fuck out before I go
See,
bald
I
headed.
wanted to do a ball cap, but I didn't have a ball cap. I didn't have it. And they didn't have one either.
And so you just said,
I just said, fuck it, shave it off.
Oh my god. And you didn't have time to get the pits.
No.
She was too busy getting the back of her head.
Oh, I wasn't doing it. They did it.
It's alright, 2021.
You didn't feel like you weren't scared. You didn't feel like, wow. Go ahead, girl.
Oh no,
Someone's doing that.
I was pissed. I looked at it. I'm like, dang man.
If I shaved my head, I would literally cry.
Oh, I cried.
I would literally
Why do you
cry.
think my makeup was a little fucked up at the corner?
But it's kind of liberating too, no?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You did it today?
Yeah, I just did it.
Because I've
It's
shaved my head
here.
before too, and it was like
Bitch!
One time
It's so soft! It's like a little milk thing.
I'm giving you rest, but it's okay because we have like half an hour between one show and another. But getting all the makeup back on because I'm like queens, I have to paint every episode, so I'm getting looks. If you can see the looks I'm getting, but I have to paint every episode, so it takes half an hour, 45 minutes to put on a face, and next two faces I have to do are not regular, they're cosplay induced, so it's going to take more effort than normal, and time is a constraint. And I'm a little nervous about it, but I think I can do it because I've done it before, so yeah, I'm up for the challenge, even though it's going to be nerve-wracking, painting, and then wiping completely clean, and then painting again.
Episode 3. Feeling pretty good about it. tired. Episodes. I'm doing them all out of order because I found out so late that I was doing the show. So I kind of had to make it work and kind of adjust, but Ellen was really flexible, so it's confusing for everybody else, but we're all working together. I have gotten really good feedback so far, so I don't think it's been too harsh. I also agree with everything that they've said so far because I'm really willing to take criticism and construction. Like, I want to get better, and we still have a couple more episodes, so I'll take everything that I get. Yeah, I think that as long as you're taking it that way, anything that they tell you is going to be helpful because whether you agree with it or not, that's something that somebody else is seeing that maybe you wouldn't have gotten yourself. And I think it's important to take all of it into consideration. As somebody who's been performing for half of my life, I've definitely had experience getting criticism, and you have to be able to apply it in all different ways. Things have changed. There's definitely some new people I'm really excited to see start coming up. There's some people that have completely disappeared, and I don't know what happened to that, but I'm excited to see the people that are here, and our friend's falling over. I'm excited to see everyone again. I didn't really get a chance to perform down in San Diego because everything just started opening back up a couple weeks ago, and they have established queens, so I kind of have to break into the scene. So hopefully this will be a good opportunity for people to kind of get to know me all over, not just here. Or I really didn't care before, but now I'm kind of getting curious. But good luck to all of you guys, because I know I'm killing it, so I hope you guys are doing as well, because I'm coming for you, and they don't even know I'm here.
I am sitting here with the fabulous Rowzay. Hey, Rose.
Hello.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
How has this been for you?
It's been honestly a whirlwind. Like, I mean, I've never had to... I'm grateful because it's like I'm showing everything in a matter of a few hours or a matter of a couple weeks. And so I'm like, it's just been a whirlwind of like trying to like switch different categories and then showing them this, showing them that, and then completely. So it's been like, I'm grateful for it because it's like, it's got me out of my comfort zone like 20 times more than what I would have done on normal performances.
That's amazing. I'm honestly glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
So my question for you is, what do you think is your biggest challenge in the drag world, and how do you feel about that being a challenge?
Honestly, I think my biggest challenge, for my personal challenge, is fitting in with these bigger names or these bigger girls who've been in the scene for a long time. I mean, even just competing with Yayah and Roselia, it's like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Because it's like, these are girls that I've known since I was 18 years old, and they judged me during Drag Star. And so it's like, for me to compete against them, it's like trying to make sure that I can stay, you know what I mean? Compete at their level that they're bringing to. Yeah. So I think that's the hardest part.
So, I mean, do you feel like you have made your mark here, you know, competing against them?
I feel like I haven't made my mark yet. I feel like I'm continuing to make my mark. This competition is just, for me, I'm using it as a reintroduction into the scene, to really just show these people what I got and what I can bring if they do book me. And so I feel like this is a great start for me to start making my mark on the scene.
I love that. So. And you know what? You have made a mark with me for sure.
Thank you.
And definitely, I really hope that people gravitate towards you and that you become a name.
Thank you.
Because you are essential to the drag world right now. Being a baby, and being a 21 baby. You have made such an impact already. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Give me a hug.
Thank you. Hey y'all, it's Rose. I just got eliminated. I mean, I'm pretty proud of everything I presented to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy everything that I gave you. I know I put my best effort in everything, and so no matter what happens, I love you all, and just thank you everybody for this opportunity.